Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. For today's video, I'm going to show you my favorite banana bread recipe. It's super healthy, it's super filling. It can be made vegan if you replace the egg with flax egg. It also has a super low glycemic index in case you're concerned with that. So I'm just going to show you everything that goes inside it and then we can get started. So first up, we have our bananas. Ideally, you're going to want bananas that are a bit more ripe than this, but these ones are the best ones I could get my hands on. I'll put a little detailed description down below in case you want to know how to quickly ripen bananas for banana bread. And then you're going to need two different kinds of flour. The first one being a regular gluten-free baking flour. This one is by Bob's Red Mill, and it's their 1-to-1 baking flour, and it always works really well with me in recipes, so I like to stick to this one. And then we're going to need almond flour. This one is also by Bob's Red Mill. It's super fine almond flour. You want the super fine kind just so you don't end up with little chunks of almonds while you're making the banana bread. And then you're going to need some oats. These ones are from Trader Joe's. They're just pretty standard rolled oats. You can use whatever ones you have on hand. And then you will need some plant-based milk. I typically use almond milk, but today I wanted to try unsweetened macadamia nut milk just because I've never tried it before and I thought it would be delicious in the recipe. And next we have maple syrup. This is how we're gonna sweeten our banana bread today. And then we're also going to flavor it with a little bit of vanilla extract and then cinnamon. Also some baking powder just to ensure it puffs up when it's in the oven. And we're going to need an egg, and like I said earlier, if you would like to make the recipe vegan, you can substitute a flax egg in instead of a regular egg. And also we're going to need some coconut oil. You could also use avocado oil or olive oil, but I found that coconut oil tastes the best in this recipe, so I like to stick to that one. And you're going to need some salt and also some walnuts if you like them. I like to crush them up in the end and sprinkle them on top of the banana bread right before it goes in the oven, just because it tastes really good to me. And that's everything that goes inside the banana bread, so let's get started. To start off, we're going to put 3 large bananas into a large mixing bowl. I'm going to put all the ingredients and all the quantities in the description below so you know exactly what goes in and at what point. When the bananas are in the bowl, you're going to want to take a fork and slowly mash them. The consistency you're looking for is smooth and creamy. It may be a little bit hard at first, but after it starts to get going, it'll become easier. Once they're all smashed, it should resemble something that looks like this. When it does, you're ready to add in an egg, or a flax egg if you would like to make it vegan. Don't forget to take out the piece of shell you accidentally got in there when you crack the egg. And now that the egg is in there, you can go ahead and whisk it together. Once combined, you can go ahead and add in your vanilla extract. Make sure to stir it together before moving on. Next, you're going to sweeten it with the maple syrup and then stir that together as well. Next, we're going to add in our coconut oil and stir that together. I swear it's going to look better later. Right now it just kind of looks like a brown pile, but after you add in some salt and your plant-based milk, it's going to start to come together. Now we're going to absorb all this moisture with almond flour. I'm starting off only adding a cup at a time just to ensure nothing splashes on the counter. Whisk it slowly to ensure all the moisture gets absorbed. It should be a homogenized mixture before moving on to the next flour. go ahead and mix this one in as well. Once combined, you can go ahead and add the rest of your flour and then sprinkle in some cinnamon as well. Stir it together until it is all combined. Now we're going to add in our baking powder. It's quite a bit of baking powder just to ensure it puffs up when it's inside the oven. Now we're going to add in our oats. We want to add in a little bit at a time just to ensure nothing overflows. You should probably use a larger bowl than what I have here just to make sure nothing splashes on the counter. As you can see here, I'm adding in a tiny bit more maple syrup because I tasted the batter and it wasn't as sweet as I would have liked. It should look like this. And this is me going in for another taste test just to ensure the batter tastes exactly how I want it to. Now we're going to take a loaf pan and then grease it with coconut oil. Make sure you spread it around on every edge and every crevice. Next, we're going to put a sheet of parchment paper right on top of that coconut oil. This is going to ensure it will not stick and the loaf will come out as one piece in the end. Cut it down to size so it fits the pan. Once you have the parchment paper in, you can go ahead and pour your batter into the pan. Now you want to bang it on the counter a couple times just to make sure no air bubbles remain. And now this part is totally optional, but you can go ahead and sprinkle some walnuts on if you'd like to. Now we're going to pop it in the oven at 350 degrees for 60 minutes. Depending on how hot your oven gets, you may want to do 1 hour and 15. It's done when you can put a knife in and it comes out clean with no crumbs. And that's it. This is your 1 bowl gluten-free banana bread. Now this part is totally optional, but whenever I like to have banana bread, I cannot eat it without toppings. So here you can see me slicing it and taking some mixed nut butter from Trader Joe's and also some maple syrup to put on top of the slice of banana bread. It doesn't have to be beautiful because it's going to taste great in the end regardless. I'm drizzling about a tablespoon or so of maple syrup right on top, and now we're going to go in for a taste. I'd say it was a success. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you all enjoyed the video. I now have an entire loaf of banana bread that I don't know what I'm gonna do with because I'm home alone and might eat the entire loaf by myself, which isn't a bad thing, I guess. Let me know down in the comments how much you like the video and what you want to see next. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!